is Trivia for Kids, where it's not just for adults anymore.
Hello, everybody! Welcome to another episode of
Trivia for Kids podcasts.
And we are so excited to be here again with you guys this week. Thank you for listening. As always, I am Casey.
I'm Ren.
And we are here to bring you some new, fun, and exciting questions. So, Ren, something unique about you is that you have a lot of nicknames.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what some of them are?
Renegade.
And technically, Ren is a nickname because that's not your real full name.
Yeah.
Even though that's what you go by. We call you Renegade. We call you Rennie. We call you Rennie Roo. We call you Rennie Rooster. I call you Sis. You have a lot of nicknames. Do you know when I was little what my nickname was?
What?
Cecil.
Why?
I don't know. For some reason, my grandpa just started calling me Cecil, and that's what it was. So finally, today we had a beautiful day. It had been really, really cold, and today was really nice, and we played outside all afternoon. What did you do today?
I played outside.
And what did you play?
Eeny, Eyeny, Over.
With the neighborhood kids?
Yeah.
Is that your favorite thing to play?
I have other favorites, but I like it.
What are some of your other favorites?
Tag, capture the flag, kind of soccer, sidewalk chalk, house.
Yeah, you have a lot of fun with the neighborhood kids, don't you?
Yeah.
Although, what was today? And then we were really tired when we had to get up for church.
Daylight savings.
And you and Quinn were not ready to wake up, were you?
No.
But that means that it's going to stay daylight later so you guys can play outside longer. And everybody likes that, right?
Yay!
All right, should we get started? Do you have a joke of the week?
Yes. How do we know that the ocean is friendly?
I don't know.
It waves.
That's true. It does wave. It also crashes. That's not friendly. Anyway, you ready to get going?
Let's get this party started. Here's how the show works. Trivia for Kids consists of 5 rounds with 7 questions each. We will announce the answers at the end of each round. Each new round will have a different category. After the 5th round, we will have the final exam, which will test you on the toughest questions we have covered in the previous rounds. Everyone ready? Let's get started.
Round 1. The category is the moon. A big thanks to listener Jaya for her category idea. Thanks, Jaya. Question 1. Who was the first person to step foot on the moon? Question 2. True or false? The moon's surface is actually dark. Question 3. How long does a day last on the moon? 27 minutes, 27 hours, or 27 days? Question 4. What causes the moon to shine? Question 5. What is it called when the moon moves between the sun and earth, causing the moon to block the light of the sun from reaching the earth? Question 6. How many total people have actually walked on the moon? Question 7. What is the word for moon in both Spanish and Italian? And now the answers to round 1. Question 1. Who was the first person to step foot on the moon?
Neil Armstrong in 1969.
Question 2. True or false? The moon's surface is actually dark.
True.
It is true. Although compared to the night sky, it appears very bright. It only reflects slightly more than that of worn asphalt. If you look at a street or a road that has black asphalt on it, that's about as shiny as the moon really is.
Wow.
Question 3. How long does a day last on the moon? 27 minutes, 27 hours, or 27 days?
A day on the moon lasts 27 Earth days.
That's crazy. So about 1 month on Earth is only 1 day on the moon.
Wow.
Question 4. What causes the moon to shine?
The sun.
The moon reflects light from the sun, giving it a glowing appearance. So the moon doesn't actually shine. It just reflects the sun's shine.
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows.
Question 5. What is it called when the moon moves between the sun and Earth, causing the moon to block the light of the sun from reaching the Earth?
A solar eclipse.
Have you ever seen a solar eclipse?
No.
No, probably not. They don't happen very often. But something about a solar eclipse that you cannot do is you can't look directly at the sun or it will burn your eyes.
But wouldn't you be looking at the moon?
That's a good question. So what happens on a solar eclipse is that the Earth is constantly rotating around the sun and the moon is constantly rotating around the Earth. So sometimes the moon gets in between the sun and the Earth. And when that happens, the moon blocks the sunshine from reaching the Earth.
That doesn't make sense.
So you can't look directly at it because the moon isn't big enough to block all of the sun's rays completely. But you can see the moon in the sunshine. And so you can't look right at it because you'd be looking directly into the sun, basically. That was a long explanation for a short question. Question 6. How many people have actually walked on the moon?
12.
12 total people have walked on the moon. Would that be something that you'd be interested in doing when you got older?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. It just doesn't sound very thrilling.
It would probably be very thrilling, just not something you're interested in.
Well, I would like to go on a spaceship with no gravity, but I don't want to go on the moon.
Okay. Question 7. What is the word for moon in both Spanish and Italian?
Luna.
Luna.
Round 2. The category is orange. Question 1. What two colors mixed together make the color orange? Question 2. True or false? Orange is a color most easily seen in dim light or against the water. Question 3. In the common knock-knock joke, what fruit aren't you glad I didn't say? Question 4. What is Paddington Bear's favorite food? Question 5. What is the most popular dessert at Thanksgiving? Question 6. What is the name of the cool sunglasses wearing cat that is the mascot for Cheetos? Question 7. What is the name of Winnie the Pooh's friend whose favorite activity is bouncing? And now the answers to round 2. Question 1. What two colors mixed together make the color orange?
red, and yellow. Orange is known as a secondary color like green. So the primary colors are red, yellow, and blue, and then a couple of colors that are mixed with those colors like purple, orange, and green are known as secondary colors.
Question 2. True or false? Orange is the color most easily seen in dim light or against the water.
True. And this is so interesting. I never knew this. This is why the color of choice for life jackets, life rafts, or buoys is orange because it's the most visible color against the sky, against the water. So most things are orange so that if someone's in need of a rescue and they're wearing something orange, they can be spotted. Isn't that so interesting?
Maybe I shouldn't play tag in orange shirt. Question 3. In the common knock-knock joke, what fruit orange you glad I didn't say? Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange you glad I didn't say banana?
I am glad you didn't say banana. So the answer to that question is banana.
Question 4. What is Paddington Bear's favorite food?
Orange marmalade sandwiches. Marmalade is like an orange jam or jelly.
Question 5. What is the most popular dessert at Thanksgiving?
Pumpkin pie with tons of whipped cream. Do you like pumpkin pie?
No.
Do you like whipped cream?
Yeah. Do I like any other pies? No.
Do you like any other whipped creams?
Yeah. Question 6. What is the name of the cool sunglasses wearing cat that is the mascot for Cheetos?
Chester Cheetah. He's a cool cat. Not as cool as Clover, but.
Question 7. What is the name of Winnie the Pooh's friend whose favorite activity is bouncing?
Tigger! Round 3. The category is plants and flowers. Question 1. What plant does vanilla flavoring come from? Tulips, orchids, or lavender? Question 2. What does the world's tallest flower smell like? Question 3. What is the favorite food of pandas and the fastest growing plant in the world? Question 4. What commonly red Christmas flowers were brought to the United States from Mexico? Question 5. True or false? Venus flytraps only eat flies. Question 6. What is the name of the sweet fluid that insects drink from flowers? Question 7. Which Disney princess shares her name with a small, fragrant white flower? And now the answers to round 3. Question 1. What plant does vanilla flavoring come from? Tulips, orchids, or lavender?
Orchids.
Did you know that vanilla came from orchids?
I don't even know what an orchid is.
It's a type of flower, and they're very pretty. Question 2. What does the world's tallest flower smell like?
Rotting meat.
Yep. The Titan arum is the largest unbranched flower in the world and can reach up to 15 feet tall. The bloom produces a smell like that of rotting meat giving it the common name of...
The corpse flower.
Yes, it's called the corpse flower because it smells like rotting meat. Do you know what a corpse is? It's a dead body. Question 3. What is the favorite food of pandas and the fastest growing plant in the world?
Bamboo.
It can grow almost 3 feet per day. That is fast. Question 4. What commonly read Christmas flowers were brought to the United States from Mexico?
Poinsettia.
Yep, poinsettia. Or do you say poinsettia? I don't know. I think people say it both ways. I don't know which ones. Question 5. True or false? Venus flytraps only eat flies.
False.
The Venus flytrap's primary prey is ants, but it will also eat flies, beetles, slugs, spiders, and even tiny frogs. Flytraps don't just eat bugs for nutrition, though. Like other plants, they also need water, gases, and sunlight. Insects simply supplement their diet. Could you imagine seeing a plant eat a frog?
No.
I think that's really neat. I would want to see that. Would you?
No.
Question 6. What is the name of the sweet fluid that insects drink from flowers?
Nectar.
Question 7. Which Disney princess shares her name with a small, fragrant, white flower?
Jasmine.
Did you know that that was a flower?
No.
Who would you have guessed it was?
I don't know, someone like Tiana.
That would be a good guess, too.
Because her dress is literally a
Oh,
flower.
that's true. That's a good point. That's a good thought. But nope. Jasmine.
Round 4, the category is The Incredibles. Question 1. What name did Mr. Incredible use when he was living the quiet suburban life and was in hiding? Question 2. Violet has 2 special powers. Can you name one? Question 3. Helen Parr, the mom, is known by what superhero name? Question 4. What is the name of Mr. Incredible's hyper 10-year-old son? Question 5. What is the name of the fashion designer who makes the specialized costumes for each of the superheroes? Question 6. While in the living room with his dad, what animal did Jack see out the glass door? Question 7. Mr. Incredible's number 1 fan was a boy named Buddy. He later turns out to be a villain named what? And now the answers to round 4. Question 1. What name did Mr. Incredible use when he was living the quiet suburban life and was in hiding?
Bob Parr. You know, he was Mr. Incredible and he was this big superhero, and then they put him in hiding, and then they're like, your name is Bob Parr. What would you pick your name to be if you went into hiding?
I don't know.
What name do you like?
Ren.
Well, when you're in hiding, you can't pick your name because then people would find you because they would be looking for somebody named Ren, and your name didn't change. What would be a funny name?
Ren.
I don't think Ren's a funny name. I think it's a great name.
Question 2. Violet has 2 special powers. Can you name one?
Her powers are invisibility, and she can make force fields. If you were a superhero, what would you want your superpower to be?
Flight.
Flight?
Maybe.
I think I would either want to be able to like disappear and reappear in a different place, or I would like to shapeshift and become like whatever I wanted to be.
Question 3. Helen Parr, the mom, is known by what superhero name?
Elastigirl. Do you know why she's called that?
Because she can stretch, and just like an elastic band can stretch.
Exactly! You got it.
Question 4. What is the name of Mr. Incredible's hyper 10-year-old son?
Dash.
I wonder what his power could be.
Cooking.
Flight.
What is his power for those listeners that don't know? He's really what?
Speed.
He's
Fast.
really speedy. Yep. I feel like you're the Dash of our family. You're the most hyper one, and you're the one that's always
No,
like, this is awesome!
Question 5. What is the name of the fashion designer who makes the specialized costumes for each of the superheroes?
Edna Mode. I
Edna
love
Mode.
her. She's so funny.
Edna Mode.
She's my favorite character in the show. I love it when she goes to get into the secret place where she does the costumes and she has to do her voice activation and she says, Edna Mode.
Question 6. Well, in the living room with his dad, what animal did Jack see out the glass door?
A raccoon. And then what does Jack do when he sees the raccoon?
He teleports through the glass.
Yep, and he goes out to try to beat up the raccoon, doesn't he?
And then he turns into rubber and steel and fire and lasers.
Jack definitely has the best powers of anyone in the family. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
He's got all kinds of powers in his arsenal.
Question 7. Mr. Incredible's #1 fan was a boy named Buddy. He later turns out to be a villain named what?
Syndrome. What would your villain name be? I have lots of hard questions for you.
Ren.
So everything. You want your name to be Ren, you want your secret name to be Ren, and you want your villain name to be Ren. Ooh, your villain name could be Renegade. That would be good. Round 5. The category is sports. Question 1. How many points is a slam dunk worth? Question 2. How many bowling pins are there in a standard game of bowling? Question 3. In what sport is the championship called the World Series? Question 4. How long is a marathon? Question 5. In what game is love a score? Question 6. In soccer, what part of the body cannot touch the ball? Question 7. What type of race is the Tour de France? And now the answers to round 5. Question 1. How many points is a slam dunk worth?
2.
I feel like a slam dunk should be worth more points the fancier it is, or like the more challenging it is. Wouldn't that be fun if you did a really cool slam dunk and then the refs were like 4 points?
Or if you did a backflip slam dunk and it was 10 points.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Do you know that in the NBA they have something called the slam dunk contest?
No.
It's not during an actual game, but it's just for fun. And then all of the best slam dunkers get together and they have a contest to see who can have the best slam dunks.
That's neat.
Question 2. How many bowling pins are there in a standard game of bowling?
10.
And do you like to go bowling?
Yes.
We went over Christmas. Were you any good at it?
Yes.
I am a terrible bowler. Question 3. In what sport is the championship called the World Series?
Baseball.
You've been to one Major League Baseball game. Which one was it and which team?
Tampa Bay Rays.
And why do you like the Tampa Bay Rays?
Because their logo is rays.
And we went to a game, and what did you get to do?
Touch a ray.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay Rays have an actual Ray tank in their stadium, and then you can go and touch the Rays before the game. And what's really cool is sometimes when somebody hits a home run, the ball plunks into the Ray tank in the outfield. Question 4. How long is a marathon?
26.2 miles.
The fastest marathon ever run was 2 hours and 1 minute. Does that sound fast to run 26 miles? Well, that is super fast. If this helps tell you how fast it was, I ran one half marathon in my life, only one, and that was 13 miles. And I did it in the same amount of time as this guy ran a whole marathon. So he ran 26 miles in the same time that I ran 13 miles. Question 5. In what game is love a score?
Tennis.
It is tennis. Tennis scoring is kind of confusing, but here's how it works. If you have 0 points is called love.
Ew.
1 point is 15, 2 points is 30, 3 points is 40, and 4 points, you win the game. So the score could be 15 love, but really it's just 1-0. So I don't know why tennis does scoring that way, but if you have 0 points, you have love.
That's just plain weird.
Question 6. In soccer, what part of your body cannot touch the ball?
Hands.
Do you play soccer?
Yes.
Do you touch the ball with your hands?
No.
It's hard not to, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if it's flying at your face and you want to, put your hands up to block it, but then...
And most of the other sports, you use your hands.
Right. Question 7. What type of race is the Tour de France?
Bicycle race.
Nearly 200 cyclists race over 2,000 miles in just 23 days. So it's called the Tour de France because most of it happens in France. And they ride all around France in towns and cities and in the country and in the mountains. And it's a really, really hard, long race. 23 days long. Could you ride a bike for 23 straight days?
Without eating?
No, they get to eat. But every day they get up and they ride and they race and they ride and ride and ride and ride. And then they get up and they do it again for 23 days.
That does not sound thrilling.
That does not sound like fun. I agree. I could not do that. And now the questions for the final exam. Now remember, you've already heard these questions in this episode, but these are the hardest ones we had. So use your memory and try to think back to what the answers were. Question 1. What is it called when the moon moves between the sun and earth, causing the moon to block the light of the sun from reaching the earth?
A solar eclipse.
Question 2. What is the name of the sweet fluid that insects drink from flowers?
Nectar.
Question 3. How long is a marathon?
26.2 miles.
Question 4. What does the world's tallest flower smell like?
Rotting meat.
And do you remember what it was called?
Corpse flower?
Yep, the corpse flower. Question 5. True or false? Orange is the color most easily seen in dim light or against the water.
True.
Question 6. What is the favorite food of pandas and the fastest growing plant in the world?
Bamboo.
Question 7. What causes the moon to shine?
The sun.
We're done. The sun. We're done. Got any more rhymes with sun and done? That was fun. You're number 1. Hope you all enjoyed the episode. Thanks for joining me, Ren.
Thanks for letting me be in the podcast, Mom.
Well, you're welcome. I hope you have a great week of school this week.
Boo.
Oh, it's almost summer. You're almost there. 3rd grade is almost over.
Yay.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Have a
Thanks
great
for
week.
listening.
Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Trivia for Kids Podcast. And if you have any ideas for questions or even an entire category, please email us at triviaforkidspodcast@gmail.com.